You get home after work all tired. You sit down just for a second, but then suddenly it's midnight and you've done nothing. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Most people waste their evenings and then wonder why they don't have enough time for their goals. But the good news? With the right strategies, you can turn your evenings into the powerhouse for your productivity during the week. So today I'll show you how to make the most out of your evenings, be more productive with simple, realistic hacks that actually work, even if you have low energy after work. Full disclaimer though, these tips work for me in my current life because I also don't have kids. And I assume later on, once I have kids, it's gonna be really different. But if you're in a similar position where you don't have kids yet, maybe these tips will really help you to be able to transform your evenings into something that will set you up for the future. So let's get into it. So my first rule is the 30 minutes rule. The first 30 minutes after getting home from work or finishing work is actually the most dangerous. If you sit down and start scrolling or just pop yourself on the couch to watch TV, you're done. That's it. You're probably not going to do anything productive for the rest of the evening. This is why you really need to be mindful of the first 30 minutes after finishing work or getting home. So as soon as that time hits, do not sit down. Do something intentional with your time. It can be a quick walk, some light stretching, doing a workout, or setting up your physical space for a productive evening. The goal here is twofold. One is momentum. Once you start building the momentum of not falling into old habits or just doing things that are rotting your brain, it'll become much easier to get into some more focused work. The second one is actually showing yourself that you are in control. When you're scrolling, you're not in control. You actually gave the decision to the algorithm, to the platform, to show you what you want to see, what you spend your time on. However, if you do not do that, that really shows you that you are in control. You can decide what you want to do. So this is a really powerful framework to start your evenings off right. If the start is right, then it's going to be much easier to stay in that loop of making the right decisions. Your brain really likes staying in the same rhythm and the same things that you've always done. So if you've always done scrolling after work, it's going to be much easier the next time to also do the same thing. Similarly, if you start building the habit and the momentum at the beginning of the evening to do something productive, something intentional, then that can stick long term as well. So start building that habit as soon as possible, starting with the first 30 minutes after work. Then usually it is time for a meal. Then the meal plan method is your way to go. Let's be real. For most people, cooking feels like a chore after work. So you just grab some takeout, snack mindlessly, or spend an hour deciding what to eat. So instead of doing that, what I really recommend you do is on Sunday, as per my Sunday reset routine, sit down for half an hour and plan out all the meals for the week in advance. This way, you've already got the momentum and you don't actually have to decide what you want to eat this day. It can also be simple meals, so it doesn't necessarily have to be anything complex. Or if you know that you have a bit more time that day, then you can schedule in something complex if you want to. However, the reason why this really works, first of all, is decision fatigue. You've already done a lot of decisions throughout the day and you want to make it as easy as possible in this crucial time frame, because mealtime is one of the times when usually people would get stuck. So by making the decision upfront on Sunday, that means when you're already tired, you will have more motivation to stick with the choice that you already made on Sunday. So with that, you can also have healthier meals, you know what you want to eat in advance, and you won't be as tempted to order takeout. Now, takeout is also fine, but then don't take an hour to decide what you want to eat. Set a time limit to 10 minutes. You have to decide what you want to order in 10 minutes, and that is what you order. Do not waste more precious time of your evenings just going through this choice that will not matter that much. But then again, what I recommend is to try to eat as healthy as possible, because that will again give you more energy throughout the rest of the evening and the following day to do more productive things. What I like to do is schedule quite simple things in the evenings. So for example, while I'm working out, I can already put the chicken in the oven to bake, and then once I'm done working out, I really don't have that much left to do to get dinner on the table. But the reason why this works is because I already planned in advance, I already marinated the chicken a day ahead, but the decision was already made on Sunday. So this really helps me in this time frame to get through the mealtime without losing a lot of momentum and using up a lot of energy just trying to decide what to eat, what to do, how to get around mealtime. Now, once that is done, you have a very good chunk of time to dedicate to productivity. But it doesn't have to be that long. At that point, if you can dedicate 1 or 1.5 hours to some deep work, to work on goals that you really want to progress on, then that can really make a difference. This golden hour in the evening will really allow you to progress with a lot of things, because 5 times 1 hour will be 5 hours plus the weekend. So let's say you can dedicate 7 hours a week. That is so much better than just not doing anything or just waiting on the weekend to get the 7 hours of work done. So for example, with language learning, or for me setting up my own business, I find that getting that 1.5 hours of dedicated focused time in the evening in helps so much more than trying to do the same 7 hours in one chunk during the weekend. If you manage to get this done within weeks or months, you'll see serious progress in your goals, while other people are still saying, I should really start learning a language, or I should really start working on this goal, but I really haven't found the time yet. But during this time, because we all went through a full workday, you really need to be mindful of the digital stuff around you. And this is where a mini digital detox trick can really help you. Breaking the cycle of scrolling and just being on social media mindlessly will really help you with the next day. These things will zap your energy. It might feel like you're resting, but actually it does not help anything with your energy levels. So what I recommend is that you put your phone down and you do not touch it until the end of the evening. If needed, put your phone in another room, put it on silence, do not disturb, because out of sight, out of mind. Of course, your brain will still crave that if you're used to scrolling endlessly, but after a while you get more and more used to it. There was research done that people are getting interrupted so frequently, every couple of seconds, by their phones, notifications, new things coming up. And if you try to take that away, your brain will try to actually do the same amount of disruptions in your focus work at the beginning. So it will try to think about other things to distract you, because it's just so used to the fact that you're distracted by things every couple of seconds. However, thankfully, this effect does not last long. So if you just train yourself throughout a small period of time to ignore whatever is coming in, just put your notifications on hold and do not look at your phone, do not start doom scrolling, then it will really help you be focused in this golden hour in the evening. What you can also do is use app blockers. So there are a lot of apps that can help you block other apps that you normally go on, whether that be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Of course, you can still have some scheduled time, like half an hour to scroll on social media if that's something that you really like doing, but try to be mindful of where you let that encroach into your life. Lastly, one of the things that is a non-negotiable is to have enough sleep. If you don't get enough sleep, you will be tired the next day. You won't be able to do anything in the evening. So have a cutoff. Know how much time you need to sleep, when you need to get up the next morning, and count backwards. Also, if you have a routine before getting to bed, it'll make it so much easier to fall asleep. But just make sure to prioritize sleep. If it's difficult for you to fall asleep, try removing all sleep disruptors, maybe an hour up until your bedtime. So no looking at bright lights, set all of the lights to dim and a warm color, no extra phone usage, no caffeine, and so on. So really work with your body, see what works, what doesn't, and adjust your bedtime routine in a way where you really sleep enough. I assure you, if you follow some of these steps, you'll wake up much more energized, less groggy, less tired, and that will carry on into your next evening, where you again will have the momentum to do all of the things you want to. So the key takeaway from this video that I want you to walk away with is really that you can make small changes that will drastically change the course of your evening. These small changes will add up over time, and they will help you become your best version. They will help you achieve your goals and actually get to the destination that you want to. you with your productive journey. As you can see from this routine that I just talked about, every single stage of the evening has its own purpose, and it's only small changes that you need to do to push you in the right direction. So with that said, let me know in the comments below what your biggest challenge is regarding evening productivity in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos on productivity, career, language learning, expat life, and all of that. I'll see you in the next video then. Happy learning! Bye bye!